Director Tom Tanaka Jr., absent. Advisor Robert Bavacqua.
Present.
Staff Jenilyn Abanales, present. Staff Savannah Garcia.
Present.
Staff Javen Cruz.
Present.
We have a quorum. Thank you very much for making the quorum for today's meeting. The next item on the agenda is the minutes for April 3rd, 2025, p.m. Have you guys reviewed the minutes?
No. I have not reviewed the minutes.
The minutes were sent out?
Yes.
Yes, the minutes were sent. Do you know what date it was sent? Was it sent on email or the chat?
Email.
It was sent email.
6 days ago.
6 days ago.
April 30th.
April 30th.
I didn't review it yet.
So do you want to come back to that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so why don't we come back to the acceptance of the April 3rd, 2025 meeting minutes, and we'll get back to that. Okay, so in the officer's report on the district chair's report, what we have is our Northern Guam team is taking active role in the the NCD physical activity, fruits, and the physical activity and fruits and vegetables committees. There are 2 committees that we're involved in under the Non-Communicable Disease Consortium. And again, there's funding available there, but it helps us push in terms of the health arena for our people of Guam in terms of fruits and vegetables and also in terms of physical activities. And they did have committee meetings. They did hold committee meetings for both the physical activity and the fruits and vegetables. And for the fruits and vegetables specifically, we're using DOE's website, but allowing the websites of the different agencies to link right into it, so that we can allow individuals to go ahead and information to be provided to the public at large and also to the committee members. On the Treasurer's report, we currently have $80,129.56 in our checking, and in our savings we have $11,121.65. For the past month, we spent $10,796.45 for personnel costs. Our professional development, which was the CIS conference, was $867. Our stewardship week was $556.99, and our local working group was $603.75. As a matter of fact, I had to pay out $603.75, and I'm requesting reimbursement for that amount in terms of what needs to be provided, because I had to use my card in order to pay up our share of the local working group. As you all know, under local working group, the districts take the lead on it and plan for it. What was fortunate enough for us is that there was the Sentinel Landscape meeting, and we were able to use the room that they paid for. So that saved us fund money to go ahead and use it for other purposes and other projects that we have in the future. Let me see on the outreach committee, who leads the outreach committee?
Supposed to be Director Cat, I believe.
Yeah, Director Cat's supposed to do that, but let me just give you guys an update on the outreach committee. The stewardship week has concluded. We hosted the native tree planting on April 26th with 12 volunteers, and it was at Skinner Plaza. We planted 10 EFIT trees, and our current staff, Jaden is is watering it every other day in order to make sure that it survives into it until we get into the rainy season, and then we can just allow that to go from there. Once it takes root, then we should be good to go in terms of that. But to me, it was very successful. But I think we need to change the time when we do that because it was really hot. We should do it either in the early morning or the late afternoon in terms of tree planting. So that's for the outreach committee. Still with the outreach committee, we had NRCS and FSA networking recruitment at the Farmers Co-op or the Deredu Pangilinan market, farmers market. And we added on 4 new agricultural producers. And then we had a community garden cleanup with Island Girl Power on May 4th or April 5th. May 4th with 4 volunteers. The upcoming event, again, this is an event that belongs to the district. It's the educators and the agricultural symposium. So hopefully you guys can attend that or make arrangements to be a part of the educator symposium. The educator symposium is 3 days. The agricultural symposium is
potentially 3 days as well.
Yeah, potentially 3 days. On the local working group committee, we conducted our local working group, which was on April 30th, with about 30 to 40 participants. We had a lot of farmers that were there also within those participants and other government agencies and even the federal side of the house. That's a requirement that's due every single year dealing with Guam's primary resource concerns. And by federal law, we're the lead proponent for that. What we're going to do is on June, once we get the final report, we're going to submit it to the board members, and then in our June meeting, we'll meet to approve the 5 primary resource concerns on the report, and then we can submit it in from there to NRCS, and that will help in terms of funding us for the different projects that we can get involved in relative to us receiving helping us receive money, federal money, but also helping us get into grants with that. Okay, let me see what else. There's no update in terms of the office committee, but Director Norma, aren't you? And
Director Revo is.
Director Revo, are you the lead on that? Do you want to make any comments?
Yeah, the last update for the office was the office that GSC vacated from Chamorro Village, and I was asking to see if we can do a site survey on a Saturday, if they would be open, and that was the arrangement that Jen and I were trying to make, because my thoughts on the office space, I in terms of planning a space per person that's going to be occupying the space, it would be 16.6 square feet. So then the office that we currently have now is actually not sufficient. But there's the alternative also is that there's one of the houses at UOG where the districts first started. That would be a good, that would be a good solution as well. So those were the things that we were looking at.
I can give an update for the Chamorro Village. I did call Caroline
Mason. She's the Chamorro Village manager.
Yes, she is. They are fully booked now. They are no longer have any open spaces. I did call about 2-3 weeks ago asking about it, and they no longer have any openings.
But anyways, because GAC left, where GAC was at was actually the conference room, and there's a treasury grant that was that was given to Department of Chamorro Affairs to renovate the Chamorro Village. And so one of the things in the grant is to return back the conference room to whatever it is. And this is why one of the reasons why GAC is leaving or has that been asked to move out of the area, because they're actually making money, a lot of money off the use of the space, but it's only getting, I think, the Chamorro Village is only getting like 100 some a month for that use of that space. And so they are actually clearing out a lot of the individuals that cannot be there because of the renovation that's going to occur and allowing additional office space to be created. Okay, thank you for your update in terms of the office committee. On the election committee, the deadline for the registry is July 15th. What we'll do is on June 1st or prior to June, the June meeting, we'll send out the list again to everybody to review it, look at it, because we want to make sure that we get this into UOG by July 15th. In line with that, we should also have a form available to our anyone that wants to be a part of it. The nomination period is July 15th to August 2nd. Again, you have to be on the registry to get nominated, but you also have to get nominated by somebody on the registry. You can't just nominate yourself. And so that's the way the rules or the law is written, where a nomination needs to occur. So it's July 15th to August 2nd. The election will be August 19th. And currently on our registry, we have 52 official registrants. And they're coming out of a list from the past voters, the bona fide farmers, and the CLTC listing, which is already in there. We're currently updating the list to make sure that the individuals are aware of it and they're actually a part of our registry. We also made a request to agriculture to update the bona fide farmers and the CLTC listing. They made it clear to us that the list is updated already in terms of the agricultural leases, and so that's what they have. They have no new updates to date, and so that's it where they're at. And so if you have any additional individuals that want to get on the registry, we appreciate your help in terms of getting them on there. Again, the way it works is it's bona fide farmers from the Guam Department of Agriculture's list and land occupiers. Land occupiers are landowners or land lessees, and if they own the land, they can be a part of it. And if they're leasing the land in there, and again they need to either show their long-term leases if they're leasing it, or they need to be on recorded. And anyways, by law, if you're a long-term lessee, you have to record your lease in the Department of Land Management in order for the lease to be valid. So that should also be in the list. And then I'm sure that UOG is providing, going into the Department of Land Management's EGIS, where it has a listing of all the grantors and grantees, so you'll know if an individual comes in, if they own land or not own land. But anyways, that's on the election committee, and hopefully UOG resolves that. And of course, our staff, it will help out, be there to help out UOG do the election when the election comes along. When is the next meeting?
May 20th.
May 20th, and
4 p.m.
And our district director is
our lead is Director Norma.
So Director Castilian, you're the lead on that. Do you want to bring up anything? Director Norma? Something talking.
Sorry, sir. I lost you there for a second. But you're talking about the operation committee?
or the election.
The election committee. So I'm part of that committee, and right now, what we're looking at is taking care of all the information that needs to go out, and then we're looking at all the marketing and uh, the information that also needs to go out in the newspaper, all those things. I believe that Erica is providing us with some information so that we can utilize templates that was utilized before, so we don't recreate the wheel. I believe our next meeting, if I'm correct, right, Jenilyn, is coming up soon.
May 20th.
Yeah, and so at that time, we're going to be able to finalize all this information that's going to be sent out and to everybody, and also to the public.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. When I was working with Dr. Aries, UOG had for the beginner farmer, beginner rancher, UOG compiled a list of 255 farmers. And then I think I'm not certain if all the bona fide farmers are already included in that list. So I'm just thinking, if we only have 52 in our registry, how can we access more of those people that are that UOG have access to, and Department of Agriculture? How can we inspire them to to reach them and express the importance of being part of this registries, and they can vote, their voices can be heard. Yeah, that's that's all I'm thinking. And then on the bona fide farmer side, because as I said, as I wrote in our chat earlier or before, so we thought the issue was we needed to do another campaign when current and also upcoming or aspiring bona fide farmers wants to be part of it. They have to give the consent to share their information, but it's actually already part of the bona fide farmers certification. So I guess for the election committee, that is something that perhaps maybe you guys can meet with agriculture and find out how many of those bona fide farmers have given their, because it's optional, how many of them have given their consent to share their information, so at least we can include them in our registry. Because it says will you give your information so that if there's any programs or something to that effect, you can be included or you can get the information. So so I feel because of that, if they check the box, then we should be able to get their information.
Hi, Director Marlene. I can add
Mm-hmm.
to that actually. So the 52 official registrants are the ones that we have that have filled out the official Northern Guam District Registry form online already. We are currently actively contacting our bona fide farmers listings, which is about over 200 to 300 people.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
the CLTC listing that we are including into that is about 400. So we are just, the bona fide listing that they had provided us is, doesn't have a lot of information. It only has their name, number, and village. And that's what they had given us initially.
Yeah, that's what agriculture has given us.
Yes, that's what.
And you're right. We need to get with agriculture and make it clear to them that our law turns around and says that the bona fide, it's a bona fide farmers listing that we have to get. They're turning around and putting an option to the farmers if they're going to be there. If they're on a bona fide farmers list, we should get the listing of all those individuals. It doesn't matter if they say not to reach out or to reach out. They're part of the list by law that they have to be in order for them to still remain as a bona fide farmer. On the other side of it, in terms of the CLTC, this CLTC has already made it clear that they gave the listing that we have is the listing that they have, and so we just have to include them on it. even though we don't get to them, we just need to include their names on it because their lease has not been removed, so they still have a lease with the CLTC, and so that 52 names or registrants should go up considerably in terms of that. We just have to now work that out. And when she talks about the listing, remember that's the entire island of Guam, not necessarily the north or the south. It's the entire island.
Yes.
And so that's where we're at in relative to the bona fide farmers, or rather the registration. But thank you for the information, and you're right. We'll get with UOG, Dr. Bavaka. Can you?
Dr. Aries.
Yeah.
Okay. Our lists are not the kind of lists you want. You want bona fide farmers or landowners. Our lists are of participants in our educational programs, people who attended workshops. So we're not asking them, are they a bona fide farmer or do they own their land? We're just asking them for their email address and maybe what village they live in. So I don't think
Dr. B, yeah.
Yes.
Dr. B, the list that I'm talking about, and Rita used to work with Dr. Aries, so I don't know who took over that program. It's not the people who are interested in attending the workshops that are conducted by UOG. It's actual farmers list. That's what Dr. Aries and Rita put together before. So there were 255.
Okay. I could stand corrected, but generally our lists are people of participants.
Well, why don't we we'll have Gentleman get with UOG on that and find out specifically if that's our district manager, if that's really a list that can help us out in terms of if that list is not if that list is being able to be put in as part of bona fide farmers, because if they're already in the bona fide farmers and they're participating with UOG, it doesn't matter, they're bona fide farmers, and that's what we have to focus on. It's bona fide farmers and land occupiers, and so they may participate in a program that UOG has, or CNS has, but it's not. They're not necessarily bona fide farmers, and they're not necessarily a land occupier, and so that's what we need to focus on. Anything else on the election? Let's go to the operations committee. Who's in charge of the operation in the district? Oh, so one of the things actually we're required to do is to do a standing operating procedure for every government office is supposed to do one. The district, we need to create a standardized procedure for operations that will make sure that the staff and board members that we can comply with and know every year, because a standing our operating procedure doesn't change. It just says that these are the things that we need to do and make sure that it's done. So we need a committee lead for that in terms of the standing operating procedure. But the election is in the next few months. So August is we only have like five more meetings, and then after that 5 more meetings, that's it. It's a new board that will come in September, and so that's where we're at in terms of that. And we may not be able to do the operations committee and take up the standing procedure within in the new board.
Actually, Chair, if I may,
Yes.
I actually on the last board we were able to pass the code of conduct, and I believe because it's you and I who are on the district operations, you're the chair and I'm your co-chair. So I asked how can we move what we did last year, and if we just move it forward. As a matter of fact, I sent it via email twice. We also have a draft SOP from the last board that we worked on. So if that is something, I know we only have 5 meetings left. I think it's worth it to move that draft. At least, it is something that the next board, the incoming board, they'll have something to work on if
Okay.
they so move it. Yeah.
So if we just get that, we'll take that and combine that and provide
Yeah.
it as one of the outstanding things to review for the incoming board,
Mm-hmm.
or the new incoming board, whoever that new incoming board may be.
Yes. I have both of them, Chair.
Thank you. Thank you. If you can provide it again, so we make sure that it's available. We can put it on our website as a draft document, work in progress. Okay. We'll go into old business. On the Micronesia Challenge, which is June 30th to July 4th, 2025. It's in Majuro, Marshall Islands. The cost and per diem and airfare is $3,479.49, and we have it's budgeted, so we can go. And on the last board, we agreed to just send one individual to this. And the importance of this is it deals with it's the Micronesian Challenge, which deals in conservation. It's an organization directly tied only to conservation, which is both terrestrial and wet and marine. So that actually ties directly into our mission in terms of what we do. And the opportunity for us is that it allows us to be available for other grants that we may not be privy to, or other funding sources that we may not be privy to, that they may be privy to in terms of it. And a lot of times you have to be invited to be a part of this Micronesian Challenge, especially the main committee. Right now, Vanji Lujan and Carlotta Leon Guerrero are in the committee for Guam that's responsible for it. Vanji Lujan is designated as the person responsible for the Micronesian Challenge. And so I don't know if we want to send we have enough money to send another individual, but the board has to be the one to vote on it. Right now, the last board meeting, we went and did a review of the budget to see what was available or what was not, what's available and what we can use. And so we do have funding available for an additional individual. But right now, it's approved to send one individual to there. And I was thinking that we'll send our district manager to that, unless one of the other board members wants to attend the thing. But you need to be a part of the committee and then report back, because we want to make sure we get involved in we want to become an actual active member of that Micronesian Challenge. That's an agreement signed between the governors and the presidents of the various islands, agreeing to set aside land. Guam is already actually in the forefront of it, setting aside or meeting or over exceeding the required minimum standard of terrestrial conservation, reservation, and marine lands that are reserved for it. And this actually ties into a lot of the things that we have on the island in terms of the conservation reserves, our natural preserves, and the marine preserves that it's laid out around the island of Guam. So anyways.
So, So, Chair, if I may, how our board got involved in the Micronesia Challenge. Dr. Sam Mabini sent me the information, and I think this was the first year when we just hired Savannah. So I recommended to send. They had a gathering over at one of the hotels. So our district manager and our conservation technician actually attended. That's how we started the relationship.
Yeah, I attended it.
No. Okay, so you attended it. So what I'm trying to say is that instead of the board members, I'm going to recommend that we send two. I would like to recommend we send the district manager and our conservation technician, because the people that are constant in our board are our staff. The board may and can change. So for continuity purposes. So and it's also good because it's good to have the youth, basically the next gen, get involved with a lot of the stuff. I mean, they're how they absorb information is just phenomenal. So my recommendation conservation mission.
Okay. I mean, we need a motion for that and a second it to
Okay.
add additional personnel to the individuals going to the conservation challenge meeting in Marlborough.
I'd like to make a motion that we send an additional person to the Micronesia Challenge Conference dated June 30 in Majuro, Marshall Islands to
Okay.
represent our board.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Can I just add? I think this is the one where Kat was very concerned about even sending anybody, and I recommended that we should at least take a look at sending one person. And I think her biggest concern was budget, right? Because we have other conferences and meetings that's coming up that also requires folks to go. If this is a 1-day conference in Marjorie, am I right? No, I'm sorry. This is a
3 days.
3-day conference.
3-day conference. But from my understanding, we're trying to send Jenilyn then, right? She's our director?
Yes.
Okay.
District manager.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to agree. Jenilyn, I think, can handle this on her own. It's basically attending the conference and getting the information and bringing it back to us. I don't think we need 2 people to do that.
Yeah. So if I may add, okay, so this Micronesia Challenge, it involves all the governors and in the Micronesia region, and there's typically a breakout session. This is huge for the entire Micronesia. So sending one person to cover the 3-day conference, I don't believe it's going to be sufficient.
So I get it now. I mean, I do understand about breakout conferences, discussions, and it is important that we have people attend it. So yeah, okay, I agree then if that's the case. I thought it was a one conference, because they have those conferences where it's just one conference and everybody attends in one room for the 3 days. But if you have breakout sessions that we need to make sure we attend, we definitely can't tear Jenilyn into 3 pieces or whatever and send them there. So okay, I second the motion that we send 2. Thank you.
There's a motion.
Thanks for explaining that, Marlene.
Yeah, there's a motion on the floor to allow an additional individual to attend the Micronesian Challenge meeting in Marlborough, the Marshall Islands. It's open for discussion. Made by Director Revo, seconded by Director Castillion. It's open for discussion. I just wanted to bring up that again, this is the governors and the presidents of the various organizations meet to discuss the issues that are there. You cannot just attend it because you want to attend it. You have to be invited to attend it. This is why we're going, is because we were invited to attend the meeting. So if there's no further discussion, all in favor of the motion to send an additional individual to the Micronesian Challenge Conference on June 30th to July 4th, say aye.
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 Okay. The ayes have it. It's unanimous. We'll send an additional individual to there, and the district manager will make arrangements for the individuals to go in terms of the per diem and airfare, and the flight, the flight there. Okay, so on new business, we have the NACD Pacific Southwest Regional Meeting in Littleton, Colorado, and it's in September 9th to September 12th. We have our budget available is $35,000. We need to decide who's going to attend it. Is it the district directors? I mean, this is September, so we may have new district directors to attend this. And so we just need an motion to approve that we're we're going to send the directors and probable staff to this regional meeting. So I need a motion.
Okay, so I'd like to make the motion to to the NACD Pacific Southwest meeting.
Okay.
In September.
Okay. So do I have a second?
With the district manager and staff.
Do I have a second?
I have a comment on that. So, the district managers, I believe, should go to this conference. As far as the staff, I would say you should probably bring only 2 staff. I know that we're going to have numerous staff members by that time. I think that you should limit that down to 2 staff, unless there's a director that is not going to be able to go, and then you could fill that with a staff member. But I think that you should limit to 2 staff.
So instead of saying just staff, just that the board is approving the travel of individuals, which will equate to 5 individuals, 5 to 7 individuals, to attend this particular meeting.
Okay. So let me revise my motion then to reflect what the chair said. Okay. So I'd like to revise my motion to send between 5 to 7 individuals to attend the NACD Pacific Southwest Regional Meeting to be held in Littleton, Colorado in September.
Okay. Seconded, right?
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
I'll second that, sir.
There's a motion on the floor to send 5 to 7 individuals to the regional meeting at the NACD Pacific Southwest Regional Meeting in Littleton, Colorado, September 9th to September 12th. Made by Director Revo, seconded by Director Castillion. It's open for discussion. If there's no further discussion, all in favor of the motion to send 5 to 7 staff to the regional meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it, unanimous. Let's move on to the next thing. I'm going to combine the 3 things. What we did was we met with the Jigu mayor, the Tumuning mayor,
Nico.
and the Nico Hotel, and we told them we want to do a partnership with them. So we're going to do an MOU, and we want the board to be able to allow us to go ahead and set up the MOU, bring the MOU to the board, and more than likely we'll do it in June, where we'll have the final MOU. But we want to be able to move forward with the Jigu, Tumuning, and the Nico Hotel in terms of partnerships. And I just need a motion that that the board, that the chair and the district managers authorized to create the MOU between the Jigu mayor, Tumuning mayor, and the Nico Hotel, and then bring it up to the board for approval. That's it. Hello?
I'm here, sir. So the motion is to support the event that you just discussed about the Nico Hotel partnership, right?
Yeah, it's a partnership, and it's not an event. What we want to do is for the Jigu mayor, where we met with her, and one of the things she wants to do, we want to help, not only help with the farming community in Jigu, but help them in their areas to create parks and walking areas for their own community. Likewise with the Tumuning mayor, we talked about setting up some trails on the beach side, but also helping the Jigu mayor and doing some type of, Tumuning mayor in terms of setting up some agricultural programs that they can do. As you all know, Tumuning is very highly urban, and so we need to. One of the things we want to push is we want to be able to push backyard farming or urban farming within the Tamuning area. On the Nico Hotel, they have land that they use as walkways where we can go and plant native species within there, but also help them do a green space where we have trees growing on there, and they'll be able to maintain that, but we can help them develop their property so that they have it. They already have a trail. They just now need to know what's on the trail so that they can put up signs and things associated with that. So we can bring people there to walk and use it as a walking area where you're not going to get run over at a certain area, but to do it as a work area, plant native species within the location, and work with them as a partner in itself.
They're interested in workshops with us as well.
Yeah, and they want to do some workshops, especially in their hotel, that will bring people there, but also use it to help the exposure of the Nico brand in terms of using their facilities. And so when we met with them, it was very favorable and extremely well received, and so what we want to do is to now move forward with an actual formal partnership, and part of that partnership will allow us to go ahead and apply for federal grants that will allow the Jigo and Tamuning Mayor right now and the Nico Hotel to participate in those grants as our partners. But what we want first is we want to be able to have the board authorize us to go ahead and proceed with moving forward with the MOU and bring it up on the June meeting so that we can sign the agreement and move forward from there. So we need a motion to go ahead and allow the chair to go ahead and move forward and do negotiating and doing an MOU.
Okay, so my question on that is that we have the upcoming election. If we enter into any types of agreement, with just 5 meetings left, will those MOUs be effective?
Hello? Marlene, you're coming in broken.
We lost you.
Hello? Hello? Norma, are you there?
Sir, I'm here. I'm here, and I think Marlene has something she wants to say. I would have made the motion for the chair to work on the partnership and the on the MOU. But I guess Marlene says she's going to pull over because she has something to say. Do you want to listen to her? Because I could do the motion, but she might not second it if she didn't hear me. If she didn't voice her comment.
She has will it be tied to the upcoming board? Anything that's signed for the upcoming board that the board mentions continues on with the new board.
Okay. So yeah. Well, I would think that too. So I mean, this is just basically to get this MOU started. So I mean, that's something for if she's still on the board or she's not on the board. This is still going to continue on. So I would make the motion to go ahead and have the chair start working on this MOU and partnership with Nico, Jigo, and the Tamuning mayors.
Okay, so we just need Director Marlene to second the motion.
Okay.
Are you able to second?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You're coming in a little broken.
Can you hear me?
But we can hear you.
Yeah,
Hello?
okay.
We can hear you, Marlene.
No, my question was it has nothing to do with me being in the board or not being on the board. Yes, okay. So my question was, can you hear me?
Well, Director Marlene is trying to get
online.
Why don't we go into Director
Hello,
Norma,
I can hear you, but
what we'll do is
I
we'll
think
get with
I'm
Dr.
coming in
Bavaka in terms,
broken
because
on your.
he'll be leaving us as our advisor, and so we wanted him to bring up who will be the new advisor to the Northern Board for this until we continue on for the next meetings or so, or until the election occurs and there's a reappointment of advisors. Okay.
Thank you, Chairman Joe. Yes, Roland Kitagwa has been selected as my replacement, and henceforth he will be the advisor for the Northern Guam Soil and Water Conservation District. With one exception, I suggest that Mark Acosta remain or become the head for the Election Planning Committee because he has continuity with it. But all other duties, Roland Kitagwa will assume them.
Okay, that'll be great.
And I would like to add a personal note. I think the work that you're doing here is very important, and that to prove my support, I would like to become a member. And so I will apply to see if I can qualify as a landowner or a bona fide farmer. I have a small ranch, and I'm hoping that I will. So you'll see me in a new role as a member, except that I'm in the village of Assen. So I'll be in the Southern District.
Terrible.
You'll see me at combined events.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Director Revo, are you back in?
Can you hear me? I typed my question. I pulled over.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're not coming in.
No, but I typed on the chat.
Ask her to call.
I typed my question.
You use the phone instead of on the Zoom, or just stay in the Zoom but call.
Jenna Lynn, she said she typed her question on the chat for this. So can you take a look at what her question was on the chat?
Okay, it says, my question is, will any of the MOUs we enter into, since we only have 5 meetings left, carry into the next board? I pulled over already, but there's too much outside.
Yes, they'll. It carries forward. The MOU has to be. Remember, these MOUs have to be signed by the governor and the attorney general. So once we fulfill the stuff, we send it over to the attorney general for review and the governor for review in terms of partnership, because it goes into the next board, the next, well, whoever, it's an institution, the Northern Guam Soil Water Conservation District. So whoever's the new board accepts the MOU or MOA that's signed between the two organizations. And so, yeah, it carries forward on it. Is Director Revo? Oh, okay. So, one of the things that we need, there was a motion on the floor by Director Castillion to go ahead and authorize the chair and the district manager to proceed forward with negotiating for the MOU, coming up with a final MOU by the June meeting. And do I have a second? Director Revo?
You can type it in as well.
Director Revo, you want to second the motion? Is she on the phone? Oh, there. Yes, I would like to second the motion to allow the chair and the district manager to facilitate the MOU. Okay, so a motion was on the floor to allow the chair and the district manager to go ahead and negotiate for the MOU, bring it up to the board on the June meetings, seconded by Director Revo. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. The ayes have it. Motion carried, unanimous. Let's move to the next item on the agenda. The next item on the agenda is the NFWF National Coastal Resilience Fund, which is due tomorrow. And the application is 90% complete. And we were working with REPI. Jen and the REPI team have been, along with Savannah, have been working on it. Savannah is the lead grant writer for this, and the total amount is $650,000 with no match required. And so we just need a motion to go ahead and proceed with the application so that we can go and get this grant. This is a kind of like a bridge to reef type of grant, and we're looking at the Tamuning Cliffs and as a conservation reserve to work on that. But we want to be able to continue on with the grant into other types of conservation reserves in the northern area. And so there are about 7 natural preserves or conservation reserves within the northern area. And so we want to be able to, once we're done with this particular grant, we'll go in and do the remaining amount. But I'm thinking maybe we can also, with this grant, we can do a survey of the other properties to see where we're at in that and how intense it may be with that. And of course, we're going to work with our partners and other organizations, or even the University of Guam, maybe to do a transect of the area and to determine what exactly do we need to do with future grants dealing with the NFWF National Coastal Resilience Fund. Do I have a motion on the floor to approve the grant application?
I move to approve the grant application, sir.
Okay. There's a motion. Do I have a second?
I made the motion actually. So is Director Norma making the motion,
so I'll
or
second.
she's just saying to approve it?
Yeah, that's okay. If you made the motion, I'll second. It's okay. Thank you.
Sorry,
Okay, there's a motion on the floor from Director Revo to go ahead and approve the NFWF National Coastal Resilience Fund grant. Seconded by Director Castillion. Open for discussion. If there's no discussion, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the ayes have it. It's unanimous. Miscellaneous matters. There's really no miscellaneous matters. I just want to make sure you guys are aware. July is our educators symposium, and that's before the election. So we need please set aside your time to be there. It's July 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and we want to make sure it's successful. But we need our board members to be present there and show support. And so that's where we're at in terms of that. Our next regular board meeting is June 10th, 2025. And our next partners meeting is June 24th, 2025. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, sir.
So moved. The regular board meeting for Tuesday, May 6th, 2025 is adjourned at 16:56 p.m. And again, thank you very much, team. I appreciate it. And Dr. Bavaka, thank you very much for all your support you've given us as our advisor.
It was a labor of love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Yes, thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
When is the next meeting in June?
June 10th.
June 10th. Thank
yes.
you.
Can somebody get with director?
No, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
I can't, yes.
Get the check. Yes, because I leave on Thursday morning. Party.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
I'm going to